Hi, my name is Ronak Rajani and welcome to my show Relationship Advice. I invite some of my funny friends and together we sit in front of a live audience and read questions that have been mailed in to me by people who have very serious love problems.
Yeah.
Wow, so you ruined his birthday.
It's their fault they wrote to a comedy show because we only give them bakwas advice.
Comedians get audience
Yes,
on the
yes.
show by matching.
हाँ.
How do you think I met all these guys? But first, to prove that we're not better than anybody, here is us talking about our own very personal bakwas love lives. You just gotten engaged, yes?
Yes, yes.
Congratulations.
She has gotten engaged. How
Yeah.
are things with you in your relationship, sis?
I feel special. मैं कोई आम लेडीज नहीं रही अब मैं एक engaged ladies हूँ ऐसे बहुत अच्छा लगता है मुझे हाई करने का भी मन नहीं करता मैं डायरेक्ट ये कर देती हूँ इनिशियली आई वाज रियली नर्वस एंड ऑल कि ये इतना बड़ा स्टेप ले रही हूँ मैं अपने लाइफ में पूजा वूजा होने वाली है एंड देन दे पुट अ गोल्ड चेन ओवर मी एंड लाइक या आई डिजर्व इट मेरे हाथ भी खाली हैं अगर आपको दिख रहा है
How has life changed ever since you got engaged?
आई थिंक वो मुझे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस दे रहे हैं देयर इज अ न्यू सेट ऑफ फैमिली हु रियली वांट्स मी एंड देन माय सेट ऑफ फैमिली आल्सो हु इज लाइक ओके बाय बाय तो थोड़ा बट आई एम हैप्पी विद द न्यू सेट ऑफ फैमिली न्यू मम्मी पापा एक न्यू नीस और नेफ्यू जो भी कहेंगे सो देयर लाइक
जो भी कहेंगे You must have seen this kid.
वो 500 का शगन नहीं दे रही थी तो मुझे लगा कि लाइक जो दे रहे हैं उन पे फोकस करते हैं थोड़ा
Did you guys do the Hindu ring ceremony? Both exchange rings or
Yes,
proposal?
yes. Proposal also happened. This is my proposal ring. He proposed me on 1st April, so it was
Oh my
quite
God.
tough to believe कि क्या ये सच में ऐसा कुछ हुआ है.
But for real, 1st April.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even I was shocked. It's like कि ये तो कोई अभी इसमें से वो चाबी वाली रिंग निकल जाएगी ऐसा कुछ तो ऐसा होगा. But it was real.
Yeah, but I think it's a great way to protect your own feelings, right? As a guy, if I propose to someone on 1st April and she says no, I'd be like, maybe मजाक कर रहा था. Whatever, dude.
Best proposal rate 1st April.
Genius idea.
Yeah, I proposed to my wife the
Oh.
night before her birthday, and
She said yes.
I'm still waiting for it. At the end, when I opened the ring, she also thought it's like a prank ring, because you know that they have a bulb on top that bulb shines on the ring to make it shine. So my wife thought that this is like some Kolaba Causeway toy. So I said, "Nani hai sach." Then I started becoming, "Nani hai sach hai yaar, please, please, I'm begging you, this is real."
बिल दिखाओ मुझे रिसीट दिखाओ कितने कैरेट का है ये बताओ
Yeah.
मैंने तो बिल चेक किया था लाइक सच में
You have to authenticate the diamond also, right? I think what certificate आता है, it was like 10,000 rupees more. So I was like, if she loves me, then she shouldn't care if.
मैं असली हीरा हूँ
Yeah. So I haven't authenticated her diamond. That's fine, no? I saved 10,000
हाँ
rupees.
मतलब वो सर्टिफिकेट भी असली है वो बोले वो बताने के लिए और 10,000 दो फिर सर्टिफिकेट का वो जो 5,000 का हो फिर वो
Yeah.
मतलब वो तो गुजिया बनाने जैसा हो जाएगा वो आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव मेड गुजिया एट होम
Right.
बट गुजिया बनाओ तो उसमें ना वो थोड़ा सा आटा बाहर रह जाता है उससे फिर अगली गुजिया बनती है फिर अगली बनेगी उससे फिर थोड़ा आटा बाहर रह जाएगा फिर उससे अगली इट्स एन इनफाइनाइट इसलिए जो गुजिया मेरे घर में बचपन में बन रही थी अभी तक वो छोटी होती जा रही है बट उसमें से बनते जा रहे हैं
How are things with you, Varun sir? Where are you in your relationship status?
सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई नो लॉट ऑफ पीपल तुम लोग सोच रहे हो कि मैं यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ इस शो में मैं भी यही सोच रहा हूँ आई एम हैप्पीली मैरिड नाउ फॉर 17 years एंड 17 या
आप तो बहुत छुपे रुस्तम निकले सर
हाँ 17 साल से हमारी शादी हो चुकी है उसके पहले 2 साल से हम लोग एक तो 20 years of knowing each other
20
now
years.
Wow.
2005 onwards the good thing about a long marriage is because as humans हम लोग हर 2-3 साल में तो बदल ही जाते हैं इंसान so it's almost like I've been in 10 relationships she has also been in 10 relationships with 10 different men 10 different versions of me and I've been I've seen 10 different versions of her and it keeps the excitement in the relationship where you are constantly like ये इंसान ऐसा तो नहीं था and also then we have 3 other members in our family so me my wife my partner Rajkumari and then there are 3 cats
Lovely.
and the thing with cats is every 3 months they are a new creature so I'm like in these 4 relationships these 3 8 years I've been in 42 relationships with all these people in my family, and we have no kids. We decided to not have kids. Kids is, I mean, too much responsibility.
They change every week.
जो कार्बन फुटप्रिंट हमने उससे बचाया है वो मैं अपना बाकी चीज़ों में खर्च करता हूँ. मैं 18 डिग्री पे एसी चला रहा हूँ. अच्छा नहीं, मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मैं शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस पे भी मैं ऊबर बुला लेता हूँ. ऑल्सो आई थिंक वी बोथ आर कम फ्रॉम वेरी डिफरेंट कल्चर्स. तो उस चक्कर में शुरू में काफ़ी मुश्किलें भी हुई when we proposed to our families that we want to get together. So her family is in Jharkhand. So I don't know कितना अच्छा वहाँ इंटरनेट आता है, तो I can ये पार्ट हटा देंगे हम.
हाँ, हटा देंगे.
क्योंकि मैं ये नहीं चाहता कि किसी और के शो पे जाके मैं जेल जाऊँ. That's not a very good the story, yes. So her father was absolutely against it. One of the reasons he was against it was because I used to work in TV and films. I still do, but I used to do at that time. And he is someone who hates cinema, who hates TV, who just hates this whole concept of media. So I'm sure he is not going to watch this clip. And he was so angry that, एक तो खुद से आपने लड़का चुना, और वो भी ऐसा चुना कि जो जाके इंजीनियर बना हुआ है IIT से, उसके बाद वो छोड़ के टीवी में चला. इट्स लाइक एब्सोल्युटली नॉट द वर्ल्ड ही अंडरस्टूड. ही हैज नेवर सीन एनी फिल्म एज पर वॉट एवर माई नॉलेज. No, he did not allow his kids also as much as possible to not watch cinema or TV, but he hates cinema. Still, the first line he said to her कि तुम मर गई, अब इस घर में वापस मत आना. I was like, कोई फिल्म तो देखी है इन्होंने जरूर, कुछ तो देख.
It's very Amish Puri core.
So yeah, there was that drama, but thankfully a lot of people in her family, her mother's sisters, they were very supportive, and they came together and they said कि हम कर लेंगे एक छोटी सेरेमनी, and we don't want a lot of people. Then when the date was fixed, suddenly I think he started having FOMO. He was like, okay, I'll see if I can come and all. So then he eventually came, and then eventually after a while kind of became very, very cool. I mean, post wedding, and now it has become that cool that now he watches TV soaps all the time. I think started with Sacred Games.
Nice. Very nice. Yes.
Yeah, and then after that, it just I think got hooked to TV, and I don't know how the slide from Sacred Games to soap happened, but still.
It's because you guys didn't make one more season.
No, I can't like make seasons to keep my father-in-law happy.
One thing I wanted to ask, कितना टाइम लगा इसे कन्विंस करने में, इवन आफ्टर कन्विंसिंग डिड दे टेल अदर पीपल की लव मैरिज है या फिर ऐसे कि हमने ढूंढा है? बेसिकली आई एम ऑल्सो फ्रॉम बिहार, सो आई हैव सीन दिस, एंड इवन फॉर माई मैरिज आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि थोड़ा ड्रामा करेंगे. ही इज फ्रॉम हरियाणा, सो लाइक कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट रीजन, कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट कल्चर, बट सब तुरंत मान गया, और मतलब लाइक दे मोर हैप्पी अबाउट इट कि यार ठीक है अपने शादी में जलूल जाना है, ऐसे लाइक दे रियली वांट टू सेंड मी अवे. मुझे अब वो बुरा लग रहा है कि मेरे लिए फाइट क्यों नहीं किया किसी ने.
So आपको थोड़ी और मेहनत करनी चाहिए थी लड़का ढूंढने में, फिर ऐसे ही.
Did you really feel bad that your parents were not conservative about it?
या नो फाइट, नथिंग, कुछ नहीं हुआ. घर पे भी कुछ डांटा नहीं ऐसे कि तुम हमारे लिए मर गई हो, मेरे लिए मतलब और जिंदा हो गई कि अच्छा अचानक से दिखने लगे कि हमारी बेटी जवान हो गई, अच्छी बात है, इसने ढूंढ लिया लड़का, कर लो भाई शादी. कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. लाइक दे वर लाइक वेरी सपोर्टिव, too supportive.
No, if you want some trouble in your शादी का function, we have a political party here. यहाँ पे कर लो वेन्यू शादी का, वो आ जाएंगे 15 मिनट में देंगे.
दिल लगी भी तेरे दिल को दिल लगी न लगे.
Kautuk, the last time you were here, you spoke to us about how you had recently just had a baby.
Yes. So, I mean, the very mundane things that are going on in my life are basically that baby has grown in proportion to the time I've not been on the show.
Right, ChatGPT 6.
It does feel like that because, like, some of the things that you take for granted, like, you can actually see those things happen, and it's truly poetic and magical. Like, my daughter discovered puddles.
BMC still did not.
Exactly. Exactly. The thing that I feel is that the longer you live, everything in the world, like, it starts dimming, right? When you see the world through a kid's eyes, suddenly everything is restored to its proper intensity. And it's truly one of the most, like, crazy things. So that's what's happening in my life at this point. Whoa.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Are you guys going to take some time off without a baby? Like, you know, some people, they like go on trips and stuff.
Yes, it's upcoming. We're going to be going on a trip, Siddhi and I. We're going...
Without the baby.
Without the baby. It's a very interesting thing that happened. So, we've traveled with Ira before, and it's very, very difficult. So now that Ira is sort of walking, but not like fully, like for a long stretch. So we considered it because this trip is going to be a lot of traveling, a lot of movement, a lot of going places. It's not going to be fun for her.
It almost sounds like you're giving so many explanations, like she will grow up and watch this episode.
Listen, Ira, in 15 years, if somehow the algorithm has thrown this episode out, then we considered all these things. It wasn't just that Mummy and I wanted some alone time, which is exactly kind of what it was. Anyway, so point is that we considered all of this and we're like, okay, look, I don't think we should take her. And plus, at 1.5, she's not going to remember the stuff that you take her for, right?
आजकल प्रैम ले भी नहीं जाना चाहिए फ्लाइट में, कोई भी चीज़ से उनको दिक्कत हो सकती है वो। तो प्रैम इज द रीजन यू आर नॉट टेकिंग द बेबी ऑन द ट्रिप फॉर इरा इन 15 years. I'm saying I support the idea.
Yeah, we were all discussing first, but none of the things.
You know what's interesting is, like, the friends we have who don't have kids, right? When we told them that we're going without Ira, they were just shocked. They were like, why aren't you taking your baby? You should take your baby. It'll be an experience for her. And every single friend who has a baby, when we told them that we're not taking Ira, they were like, oh, thank God.
Why they don't like Ira or those people?
No. She doesn't fly very well.
Has she started walking? You know, when I was a baby, my parents had like left me at home with my bua and my dadi, and they went away to Tirupati for a trip and came back. And that information was not known to me for years, and I didn't care. Okay, then my parents one day were like, "Oh, हम लोग तिरुपति गए हैं ना साथ में." Then my mom was like, "नहीं, उसको साथ में नहीं लेकर गए थे."
मुझे तो 5 साल पहले तक लगता था कि मैं मम्मी पापा की शादी में नहीं गई क्योंकि मुझे सच में सुला दिया था उन्होंने. So
I have a cousin जिसको ऐसे ही उसके पेरेंट्स छोड़ के गए थे, लाइक 2-3 साल की थी वो, और जब वो आए 1 हफ्ते बाद वापस, या आई डोंट नो 4 दिन बाद वापस, तो शी वॉज वेरी दिस थिंग क्राइंग एंड ऑल, एंड शी सेड कि आप कहाँ गए थे. तो पेरेंट्स जनरली अज्यूम कि बच्चे बेवकूफ़ होते हैं, और दे सेड नहीं कहीं नहीं, हम तो यहीं थे. Then she said, अच्छा तो मैं कहाँ गई थी? I'm 30M, my girlfriend is 28. उसके आगे F नहीं लिखा है उसने. I took her out to dinner planning to propose. Ring in my pocket, everything ready. But the night went sideways. Our table was delayed. We got seated next to the kitchen and her order was wrong twice. Once with mushrooms, which she's allergic to, and she's usually kind and easygoing, but that night बहुत लंबा सवाल है भाई साहब. सवाल तो अभी आया ही नहीं, अभी तो कथा सुना रहे हैं. But that night she was clearly irritated and kept snapping at me. I got cold feet and did not go through with the proposal. When I told my friends, they said I overreacted, that she was just hangry and I should have understood. But is that a legit excuse or am I ignoring something real? कौन है यहाँ पे?
No, these are mailed in. These are mailed in to
But that person could be here in that वो वाला. वो जो अमिताभ बच्चन भीड़ में पीछे खड़े हैं उसमें सूर्यवंश, वैसा कोई पीछे है गमछा लपेट के खड़ा हुआ है. He is ignoring something real, I think, which is mushrooms.
Is hangry something that?
Yes.
yeah, it's there.
Yes.
Is hangry a real thing?
Yes.
Are you a hangry person ever?
Very
Yeah.
hungry. And there is a scientific reason. I mean, there is a whole TED talk on being hungry.
It's probably just like your blood sugar level drop or something.
Gas
Yeah,
बन
a
जाती
lot
है.
of
But
things.
would you have
It's
proposed on that day? I would not have.
Yeah, I mean, you are of course not in that mood कि अभी वो मशरूम से कोई आदमी उठ के भाग रहा है और तुम पीछे
स्ट्रेचर पे ऐसे
रिंग
फैला है.
लेके चल रहे हो कि नहीं
The ring is not fitting because her fingers are swollen up from the allergy.
I'd be so afraid कि I'd give her the ring and she'd be like, "Hey, order किधर?"
I think there's no better time to propose. There's no better time to propose. It's the worst day.
I'm there for you on your worst day.
On your worst
right?
days, yeah.
That kind of a thing probably.
बट वर्स्ट डेट पे भी तो वही लेके आया है.
Exactly.
तो और ज्यादा प्रेशर है. आई थिंक 1st April को करना चाहिए एज वी डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर. बेस्ट डे टू प्रपोज. या
Do you tend to get hangry? Does your partner tend to get hangrier?
मैं खाना रखती हूँ अपने पास. मुझे कभी गुस्सा नहीं आया खाने की वजह से क्योंकि मैं खा लेती हूँ.
मैंने प्यार किया में लक्ष्मीकांत बेर्डे अपने जेब में केला रखता है.
Once when I was working in some writer's room for a whole month, every day these guys used to take breaks and used to smoke, and I don't smoke. So I told my wife that time we were dating, and I told her that fucking hell, man, I miss out on all of that. I'm also going to start smoking, and she said, you know what, you can also take a break, and you don't need to smoke. You can do something healthy. You can eat a banana, which comes from such a good place of intent. But what a loserish act while they are. And I was, it's so sad. Like, you know, like a cigarette has that, right? Like पीछे blast हो रहा है, आप leather jacket पहन रहे हो. You can't do that with a blaster. You can't.
वो धुआं निकाल रहे हैं, तू अपना self respect निकाल रहा है.
Yeah. Like you know, these people are stubbing their cigarettes. I am falling on my banana.
Also time wise ना cigarette 2 मिनट में बनाना खा 30 सेकंड में. So you light up a banana and smoke it like this will look like this will be badass.
It's your boy Michelle Obama. Long time no spam. A few quick announcements. Number one, we're experimenting with relationship advice again. This time we're doing a different version called Career Shit. It's more corporate problems. As soon as the link is live, it's going to be in the pinned comment, and I'm going to put it on my Instagram story. We're doing one show only. Also, if you have questions about, leaving your job, office politics, starting a new job, or some fun career shit advice, write to me in my DMs or, of course, on relationship@yahoo. The second announcement is that I have met some important people, some really popular people, some brands and brand managers, and they have given me this information that they are in touch with somebody who's not my manager. So for your reference, my manager's name is Sahil. He's from a company called LVC. If you want to reach out to me, always reach out to me at contact@ronakrajani.in. That is the only way to reach out to my management, and whoever it is that has been posing as my manager and refusing gigs on my behalf, teri. Announcement number 3, it depends on when you are watching this. If you are watching this on the day it has released, you probably know what is recently happening in Delhi. The Supreme Court has passed a suo motu judgment against stray dogs, which seems a little unfair while there are many solutions available. If you would like to understand a little more about this subject, there is a link in the pinned comment. And on this link, there is a form that I need you to fill. We need 50,000 signatures. We got, I think, as of right now, maybe 17,000 last I checked. Okay, also the last part of my stand-up special, Manchild, will be dropping on September 4th on my YouTube channel. Part 1 and Part 2, they are also on my channel in case you missed it. So also, please download Cashify. Also, your mother, I love her. I love her.
The other thing I think we're talking about from this question is the idea now of the pressure on the proposal having to be perfect. Right?
Correct.
Like, has anyone here who's proposed recently?
What was that?
You got proposed to? You proposed.
You proposed to your fiance?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Were you under any kind of pressure to make this perfect?
I think because I'm a perfectionist, so I wanted to make it perfect. So I planned it out like almost a month in advance. So my boyfriend, no, I guess fiance now. Sorry, it's still you.
They can be two different people. You know this, right?
Only one person. Yeah, so I proposed back in April around his birthday, and I had planned out this entire day that we would hit all of like the spots in Mumbai that we visited for like a particular reason. Like we go to this one Vada Pav place. Give him, like, a
Which
clue
place
with,
was
like-
that? Sorry, I need to know.
This was like this small place near Jogeshwari station. Then we went to Gustoso in car, and I gave him like a bunch of like.
From Jogeshwari, you've taken him all the way to car, and
Yeah.
you've not told him why we're doing this.
No idea.
There's
he
so
has
much
no
suspense
idea.
in the car. Okay.
I went to like 5 different spots, and then we ended up at Gateway of India finally, where we took a private yacht out at sunset,
My
and I popped the
goodness.
question.
You know,
That is
Yeah.
this is a
बड़ा
very,
पाव से yacht तक का सफर मुझे भी
can I tell you, this is a very nice way to do it, but I feel like he would have figured with in the start only.
No
do
idea.
you do this regularly with this person?
Yeah, are you a treasure hunt type of person?
No.
Are you a pirate?
He thought it was for his birthday, but then I was like, no, it's actually this. Haha.
Yeah.
Wow, so you ruined his birthday.
Wow, he's saying at this point she will give me a PS5. It's a fucking ring.
इसको बेच के PS5.
So if he had got an allergic reaction, would you bail out on this plan?
No.
You would. वो तड़प रहा है.
एक बुकिंग हो रखी वहाँ पे yacht वेट कर रहा है.
बहुत महंगा था यार.
Fair.
That's
fair.
true. So it would spoil your mood if you're like, oh man, I've put in all this money. I have to go through with the plan, no matter what.
Yeah.
She's also like यार दूसरा treasure hunt कैसे बनाऊँ यार? और कहाँ लेके जाऊँ इसे?
The next treasure hunt is all the second best places. This is the samosa shop in Kandivali. Someone has something to say?
I tried something like this and we ended up breaking up.
Like this proposal.
A treasure hunt.
Oh shit, the treasure hunt!
No, breaking up the same day or later?
It was his birthday, he was in hangover. I made him go through place to place. He was fed up. What the hell are you trying to do to me?
1 second, sorry. So treasure hunt के end में आप भी propose करने वाले थे?
नहीं.
Okay, you were just doing a birthday treasure.
Yeah, a birthday treasure hunt. But
ठीक है.
it really worked out to be the worst.
Wait, did he break up with you at the end or in the middle somewhere?
He surprised you.
I think he just passed out. I broke up with him.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Did this plan also include a vada pav shop? Or any restaurant?
What was your treasure hunt? I just want to know.
Again, he might have been hangry too because there was no restaurants.
Oh,
But where all did you
Yeah,
take
so
him?
you took him to Marks and Spencer. ये short पहन ले अभी.
I just want to say that she ended up marrying that boy. So
break
do
up?
not feel bad.
What the fuck?
Yeah. She broke up with him. She broke up with him and then they got back together.
Why did you leave these crazy details out? Why would you do that?
हम उससे नफरत करने लग गए थे उस आदमी से यार. And now you're married to him and
Yeah,
all.
we all hated him for a minute.
So she's my sister-in-law and he's my brother.
Oh, hilarious.
You know what I find funniest in this detail is that this person is passed out. He doesn't even know he's been broken up with.
I can't believe that in such a small number of people, we've got 2 people who plan treasure hunts. That's...
Yeah.
Any
Only
other?
one person is planning treasure hunt.
Mine wasn't this good though. I was in 9th
There's 3
grade.
people.
Ninth grade.
Have you all watched Gone Girl?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Fuck, I really want to know the connection.
It's not like that.
Who did
but-
you kill?
Yeah, ninth grade kids watching Gone Girl and planning their lives accordingly.
Like, I loved Amy Dunn. Okay, I loved her. Like, so basically, I made a treasure hunt for our. Okay, no, I was in 10th grade. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
That changes everything.
There is
Not
also-
an important
yeah, yeah.
detail. Yeah,
It was
9,
like
10.
our 1-year anniversary or something, and I made a treasure hunt. And first of all, he couldn't finish it because he's stupid like that. And like before it ended, we were on the staircase going to the next hint, and he has the audacity to tell me, "You're the reason I'm not with your best friend." And I'm just
Acha.
like,
Okay, so
that
he had a
is-
thing for your best friend. Oh.
I think what...
She was feeling bad, yaar.
see, like,
You know what you should have done? You should have said, wait, finish the treasure hunt, open the box, best friend comes out.
no, and to make matters worse, the friend was there with me. We were both like, "What is he saying?"
You know,
Yeah, it was
I feel
really
like what
weird.
I've gotten out of this conversation is that men are bad at treasure hunts.
No, and then like I got pissed at him, obviously, right? And then he wrote me a letter, okay, which my best friend had to help him write.
The same best friend?
Yeah, and he's written, I don't want to lose you, and the spelling of lose is wrong. It's L-O-S-E.
You know, you should have made a guy who can't lose you do a treasure hunt. It's
So then, at that point, you decided that I will become Gone Girl. That's what happened.
I should have, but I didn't. I hated him till the end of 12th grade.
Oh.
Acha, but what does this have to do with Gone Girl though?
I got the idea of a treasure hunt from Gone Girl.
बेचारे के मशरूम हम भूल गए हैं।
मुझे लगता है अगर सब कुछ बुरा हो ही रहा था तो वो अटेम्प्ट भी ले लेना चाहिए था. अगर वो बुरा होता तो इतना बुरा फील नहीं होता कि लगता है बाकी चीज़ों की वजह से ये बुरा हुआ है. सो नॉट ऑन हिम, ऑन द अदर थिंग्स दैट हैड हैपेंड.
Yeah, so we can do a show of hands
Yeah.
for people who think उसी दिन प्रपोज करना चाहिए था. That's
Wow.
less than 50%. It looks
Okay.
like.
How many of you guys think it was good that he didn't propose that day? Put your hands up.
Ah, these
There's
are my
a-
people.
Okay, there are some people who still don't care.
It would be crazy if he planned the second date and that also goes horribly. I think that's when you have to be like,
Now it's a sign.
Yeah, then he has to do, then he has to do best of 5. Was there any disaster in your proposal?
no. I proposed to my wife in Russia
Wow.
while we were watching a ballet. And the ballet was Cinderella. Okay, so at the time where Prince Charming, comes to Cinderella in the final act, right? And, they profess their love for each other. At that point, I took out a ring in this opera and in this ballet and I said, Siddhi! And she said, what? I said, will you marry me? And she said, huh? And I had a friend who took out a phone and he had turned on the flash because it was dark and he took a picture of us. And we ruined the final act of Cinderella for some 3 rows behind us who all went... And I think there's nothing more romantic than hearing that. I think...
Best reaction.
There's nothing more romantic than being bad Indian tourists. Was there anything about your proposal story?
I mean, we were in a park in Delhi and there was nothing that could go wrong except, it's Delhi, तो कोई हॉकी लेके किसी के पीछे दौड़ रहा हो और वो मुझसे टकरा जाए, ये हो सकता था. Baki, it was very, generally, it was not dependent on food, taking any clues, figuring out कि पेड़ के पीछे जो होल है उसमें से सांप निकलेगा कि अंगूठी नहीं, ये सब कुछ नहीं था. ऐसा बेसिक था, एकदम बेसिक. I just, asked her. Like, there was no ring also. it was just simply a question. Like,
what are your closing thoughts on this, Shreya?
असली मर्द को तो उसी दिन कर देना चाहिए. अगर दम है तो कर दो भाई प्रपोज. स्कूटी लेके क्यों घूम रहे हो?
असली मर्द एंगल आई लाइक बिकॉज वो उधर तड़प रही है. समझ गई तू?
So what are your closing thoughts on this?
I think उस दिन कर लेना चाहिए था, but it's okay now. That person should not feel कि अरे बहुत ही बुरा मेरे साथ हो गया कि मैंने वरुण ने बोल दिया शो पे टीवी पे कि अब उसी दिन can't go back in time. So figure out the next restaurant properly. Like
And
जहाँ पे
after 2 years, when you're new people.
Yeah.
हाँ, मतलब जहाँ पता हो कि क्या मिलता है और क्या नहीं मिलता है और टेबल पहले से बुक कर लो. Now you know at least these points are covered.
You know what I do think though, sometimes when these kind of like mishaps happen, I feel like they're more memorable than if things had gone smoothly. Like when this kind of thing happens, you look back on it in the future going like, hey, remember that date and you had an horrible allergic reaction, but...
And she's lying comatose like, वो अच्छा दिन था पर मशरूम नहीं खाना चाहिए था. I should take this guy's blazer and do it, right? Can I take a blazer and do it? That's good.
क्या बात है? What else are you willing to give?
I think I know now why he wears this because he's looking like a schoolboy otherwise.
Right now, schoolboy with this farewell. Like that.
क्या दोस्तों आपने कैशबाय के बारे में सुना? Cashbuy is an app you can quickly download it on your phone. Okay, what happens is everyone's got an old phone lying around in their house, and you can go on Cashify and evaluate that old phone, and a Cashify guy will come to your house, and then wow, this is.
People were shouting like it's like, oh, a single guy comes to me.
And he takes the phone and then he UPIs the money to you and then he gives you a big high five and world peace forever.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play a quick Cashify game. Who's got the most broken screen? Does anyone have a broken? Oh wow! Could we see your screen?
A car went over my phone. So
Amazing.
How did this happen?
I was in Thailand and I was drunk and I was walking on the street and a guy was running towards me and our shoulders collided and my phone fell on the street and a car went above it.
और कोई है जिसके फोन के ऊपर से टैंक गुजर गया है ऐसा कोई ट्रेन पटरी पे रख दिया है
Come
फोन
on, this is not so bad.
It is
हाँ
bad.
वो कोई और है वहाँ पे
Why is this bad?
आप भी आ जाइए तो
Quite
फोन
okay.
देख लें हम लोग।
Oh fuck, इसका तो पीछे भी टूटा है.
वो तो
आगे भी टूटा है, पीछे तो
What is your
बहुत ही
story?
टूटा
How did you break your phone?
I just dropped it a lot of times and then I noticed it was broken.
You noticed later.
she noticed science works somehow gravity and other
is the-
forces of nature
Like
work.
I've dropped it a lot of times.
That's the most stoned answer I've ever heard in my life. Hey, listen, you won't mind if I throw it back, right?
We have two iPhones. One is broken at the back, and one is equally broken in the front. One is hers in Thailand, and one is a lady who just gets stoned at work. Whose story do you like better? Do you like Thailand better? Make some noise. Do you like stoned ladies? Okay, so I guess you win.
Stoners win.
Could we ask you a few questions about this cell phone?
sure.
You have a spare phone?
No, that's the cover.
That's
You have a cover and still this happened?
you deserve this.
You deserve.
No further questions.
How old is this phone?
A year?
A year.
This is which phone?
iPhone 15,
And what's the storage?
256.
How much did you pay for this phone?
56 or 65.
56 or 65? Sorry, I'm asking the stoned person. Okay, it's broken front and back, right? Mostly at the back, there's some in the front. 56,000 का phone कितने का आएगा?
40K, I think.
40K?
40K?
35.
बेच दो इसको बेच
I think ये 20,000 का phone है.
हाँ, कैमरा सही है.
I went to the iPhone showroom, right, to ask.
Okay,
like,
you
body
tell us the
change,
price. You
stuff
tell
like
us the price
that.
later.
No, I don't know the price, but just to get the body replaced, it takes around 20K. So
Oh, we're not doing that for you. This is not Mr. Beast. We just want to get done with this Cashify. Cashify. Can we call Shivam from Cashify fast? Shivam, how much will you give for this phone?
So you'll get 19,700 for this.
So if you sell this phone and put 300, you can buy a new screen for a phone that you just sold. I'm going to give you your lifafa very quickly. This is your Cashify lifafa. Thank you very much. Big round of applause.
I am 21M, dating a 21F. We met on a dating app and agreed to delete it since things got serious. I was in the middle of a harmless bet with my friends about who gets the most matches this year. Just matches, not dates. I was leading, but I was ready to delete the app because the relationship mattered more. But she isn't ready to delete hers. She works in NGO fundraising and uses the app to connect with potential donors.
Wow.
And it's worked for her before. I trust her. But it stinks that she expects me to give it up while she stays on. When I said I would like to stay on too, just for the bet, she got upset. But if she gets trust for her reason, why can't I get the same? पहली बात तो बच्चों वाली problem है ये. I can't relate to these things. ये
Have you been on a dating app, Shreya?
नहीं मैं ये सब बिल्कुल मैं शादी करती हूँ. If that is not clear to you guys yet, yeah.
Straight up, Shivam.
असली औरत हूँ मैं.
Yeah. So
One second. Why are you forgetting that she is matching with people and then saying, hey, by the way, for a noble cause?
which is fine, no? कहीं अगर किसी का भला हो रहा है डेटिंग ऐप से तो एक के पास रीजन है फंड रेजिंग फॉर अ जेन्युइन कॉज, एक के पास रीजन है क्योंकि उसने बेट लगाया है. सो आई वुड से वन रीजन इज मोर लेजिट देन अदर.
100%. The bet is pretty legit.
क्या मतलब बेटिंग में भी पैसे तो होंगे ही,
Betting
उनके
में
भी है.
पैसे.
दोनों तरफ से पैसों की लेन देन दोनों तरफ से हो रही है. तो we
You
can't,
know what
yeah.
you should say? You should say कि जो bet का पैसा आएगा वो मैं तेरे NGO को दे दूँगा.
Yes.
Also, I wonder if they had also swiped right initially as an NGO thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's also feeling like, am I just like a cause for you? Like,
आई डोंट थिंक इस लड़के को एनजीओ के बारे में कुछ भी पता है.
I think the people who are matching with both of them are going to leave slightly disappointed.
If I was on an app and I had matched with somebody and then that person told me ये keto का link ले, I would completely think it's a scam. I would.
पर मुझे लगता है कॉल पे जब वो बोलते हैं कि आप हेल्प करो, उससे बेटर मुझे ये लगा कि आप डेटिंग ऐप पे बोलो तो हाँ ठीक है, इसी बहाने मिल भी लेंगे.
How far does she go in the date to get the donation?
I think 5 dates.
Yeah.
Like, do you like get like, sorry, I have to marry this person, it's for a good cause. And like,
You know how keto ads are kind of like, I know this for a good cause, but please, this image is too disturbing. You know what I'm saying? Right? Do you think like she does that on dates? Like this guy's eating food and he's like, "Ye dekh bachcha." He's like, "Fine, take the money, man."
I knew a person who was on dating apps. They were a comedian, and they said that, "Oh, I'm trying to get people for the show."
Audience.
So I guess
Sorry, comedians get who? Audience
Yes,
on the
yes.
show by matching?
हाँ,
It's like,
ऐसे अपने दोस्तों को भी लेते आओ, तुम्हारी तो बहुत हॉट दोस्त होंगी, आ जाओ ऐसे यहाँ.
How do you think I met all these guys? Do you think she's lying about this thing, this NGO thing?
I know a person till now who does this and has been able to secure funds for us, and we've done a project after that also with a literal NGO, and we've helped kids.
Does he say it on the chat only? Ki, yo, this is
No,
for.
so he'll first nicely dive into the conversation and then
for-
blah 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 blah. We really think that it's not nice that he does it, but he gets the money, so it's fine. Like, I mean, it's okay.
Ladies versus Ricky
yeah,
Bell
but-
on a different note. Yeah. For charity.
Yeah, but like it still feels weird. Like if Sitare Zameen Par started with somebody swiping, I would just be like, क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग ये basketball team के लिए? Has anybody ever been on like a dating app where you thought it's going to be like a romantic partner of sorts, but then you realize that they have some other ulterior motive?
I'm a visual designer. Someone matched with me on Hinge and said, we're hiring graphic designers. I was okay, I can't find a date, but I found a job, I guess.
So you found a job thanks
I
to...
did not. I
You
did
did?
not. Still unemployed.
I cannot believe the lengths HR will go to.
ये दिल लगी भी तेरे दिल को दिल लगी ना लगे
It's not fucking... What the hell, dude? Can I ask you to hold this chair? Is that okay?
ये लॉक क्यों किया गया है पहले ये इसको ये तो बता. ये लॉक किया क्यों है?